never thought the day would come. I never thought the freaking day would come where I have to talk shit about the GOAT. And a lot of people who had anything to say or anything to do with the Patriots in the past are under attack. You know, myself, Mr. Kraft, Belichick, Rodney Harrison, and some more players that used to play for the Patriots. Now Brady is adding fuel to the freaking fire. I can't believe he's adding fuel to this fire. Oh, flaw-ass Tom Brady, just like I said on X. That's what he's looking like, man. That's what it's looking like to me. I don't care what has been going on behind the scenes and things we don't know about. This is Mike Vrabel here. And let's get this straight. Let's get this straight before we get all the way into this segment. Because I hear a lot of people confused about who's calling the game on Super Bowl or calling the game in this Super Bowl. Announcers for Super Bowl 26 on NBC as football biggest game approaches on Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Fans across New Jersey and the nation are not only focused on the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks matchup, they are also tuning in to see which voices will call the action on television and beyond. Super Bowl 60, officially Super Bowl LX, will be broadcast on NBC and Peacock, and the network has assembled an extensive and high-profile announce team for the occasion. In the booth for the live game broadcast will be Mike Tirico making his first Super Bowl play-by-play call alongside veteran analysis Chris Collinsworth, who will log his 6th Super Bowl in analysis chair. Tirico's delivery and Collinsworth's deep X and O's insight are expected to guide viewers through every pivotal moment of the AFC-NFC title. Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth will be live in the booth calling this game Super Bowl Sunday, not Tom Brady. Just so we are clear. So Tom Brady does not have an excuse because he is not calling this game. He will not be live in the booth on Sunday. At least that's not what the reports say. Now I know. I know most of you have seen me talk hella shit in the past about the Patriots while Belichick was still the head coach. He's not the head coach anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And you didn't see too many ex-players try to go to war with me when I was talking shit about Belichick either. But Brady, on the other hand, Brady has a lot of ex-players that think it's messed up the way he's handled this situation. And I feel but if any ex-player tried to come for me in the past, it was short-lived because I had a point. I was keeping it real about something we was going through that people were scared to talk up about. But for Brady, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good for old Tommy boy. It's not looking good for Tommy. Now, everyone is wondering why Asante all of a sudden is rooting for the Patriots. For the people who are new here and don't understand the history of Asante and the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Patriots, was my teammate alongside plenty other more players that played for the Patriots. So for me, it would be a hell of an achievement for a teammate of mine to win a Super Bowl. Simple as that. And I know anyone else who played with Mike Vrabel feels the same way unless they have jealousy, envy, and hate in their heart. The only way you can feel for Mike Vrabel if you played for him in New England. But obviously, not all ex-players are rooting for the Patriots to win. We all know by now who is rooting for the Patriots and Mike Vrabel. Or we all know by now who isn't rooting for the Patriots and Mike Vrabel. Let me say it like that. And let's check out what our boy Tom Brady had to say.
And I'm not working this particular game. I just want to see good football. I want to see good plays, good throws, good strategy, good decisions. And that's the joy in the game for me. It's like not watching. Winning and losing, is very finite. And when I would say on the battlefield, it was so important to me, the outcome of the games. I'm really interested in the process of, how did these teams do it this year? How did the Patriots go from 4-13 to this? How did Mike McDonald take over program 2 years ago and get to this point? Now that I'm involved with the Raiders, I'm thinking, how do we go from where we're at 3-14 to ultimately where we want to get to as a club? And that's bringing in a lot of great people who have the right values, who really have the right process for improvement to go from where we're at currently to where we want to go. I think that's a very exciting thing. So Listen, I don't have a dog in the fight in this one. May the best team win.
His words, I don't have a dog in this fight. Pertaining to the Super Bowl that Mike Vrabel is coaching in, trying to win. He don't have a dog in this fight. You absolutely have a dog in this fight. Tom Brady, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on? There is no excuse for Tom Brady. All the excuses out here, there is none. And this hits a little different when you hear someone you went to war with and is the head man in charge of a team that is possibly winning the Super Bowl. Hear another player not give support. It hits a little different. Tom Brady has really disappointed me hearing this, man, hearing him say this. And I hear lots of people making excuses for Tom Brady, man, not rooting for the Patriots, saying he's a broadcaster as well as he's an owner. He can't root for any team. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Tom Brady absolutely can show his support for the Patriots and Mike Vrabel. Hell, he might as well have came out and said he wants the Seahawks to win because that's what it sounds like. Brady has too much freaking history with Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots to be in his feelings about this game, because that's what it seems like to me. He's in his feelings about this game. He wants to be the only 6-time Super Bowl champion that was the quarterback for the New England Patriots, the only recent quarterback in recent memory to win Super Bowls for the New England Patriots. He wants all the love to himself. And I don't give a damn what Brady's feelings are for Mr. Kraft and Belichick. This is Mike Vrabel, someone he 100% should be rooting for. To me, as an ex-teammate of Brady and the head coach of the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel, all of us on the same team, we all played on the same team, a close-knit team, very close. It is absolutely astonishing for me to hear Tom Brady isn't rooting for Mike Vrabel. All of the things Brady could have said, he chose to say, I don't have a dog in this fight. All the things that Tom Brady could have said, he chose to say, I don't have a dog in this fight. How about I wish my brother Mike Vrabel the best of luck? How about that? Or what about Josh McDaniels? Go give him hell. Something of that nature. Something. Not I don't have a dog in this fight. And me reading between the lines, man, it's like I sense some type of insecurities when it comes to Tom Brady and his footballness, man. His football, man. I hope I'm not correct. I hope I'm not right. But that's what it seems like. What is it? Y'all talk to me, chat. What is it? Brady hopes Drake May and the Patriots don't win and infringe on his freaking six Super Bowl wins? Brady don't want to share the love in New England with Drake May? Now, like I say, I'm reading between the lines and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And all I can say is I can sense some tension between whether it's Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, Tom Brady and Drake May, the owners, Mr. Kraft and Tom Brady. Something is going on. I sense some tension somewhere. Because when Drake May was asked, what quarterbacks does he watch to basically learn from or get some tips and pointers from, he didn't mention Tom Brady's name one time. Drake May said Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, and Patrick Mahomes are the quarterbacks he liked to watch, not Tom Brady. I know those are current players and whatnot, but the GOAT is the GOAT. You have to want to watch the GOAT.
I think I'm now in the NFL now. I'm trying to model my game after myself and just, I try to take things growing up in high school and college from players in the NFL. And at this stage, you'll find times throughout the league, throughout the weeks to see like, man, this is, what Josh Allen did on tape, pump faking. This is Mahomes is pump faking. These are what these guys are doing, looking people off. Stafford's one of the best at, looking guys one way, throwing the other way. So there's things that you try to take from players, but I wouldn't say you try to model my game after anybody anymore. I'm at the stage now where I'm, NFL quarterback and trying to make a name for myself.
I mean, is this weird to only me that Drake May doesn't show love to Tom Brady? Is it just me? Is it just me? Something has to be going on to be at the freaking Super Bowl, the game that Tom Brady's own, the Super Bowl, and not want to mention his name, a quarterback for the New England Patriots. Is that weird or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It seems very weird to me. Is this about Brady having a problem with how Belichick handled him? Is that what it's about? Is it about what Belichick did to Tom Brady? Then if so, where was that energy at when I was complaining about how we would be treated as a team when it was new? The dynasty was just beginning. Where was all this energy at when I was complaining about the treatment? How everyone had to take less money, including the goddamn trainers, Jim and Joe. Everyone had to take less money, along with the terrible treatment. And I ain't gonna get into that. Brady was too goddamn happy. He finally became a superstar and forgot about respect. And Belichick knew he could handle Brady any kind of way. I'm telling you, Belichick saw Brady coming from a mile away. But if Brady is mad at Belichick, then he needs to stop being a fraud and tell us all the messed up shit that Belichick put us through or put him through behind the scenes that we don't know about. He needs to come out and tell us. Stop being a fraud and fronting and acting and putting on this facade that everything is fine and peaches and cream. Expose it. Tell it. Tell us why you stupidly kept letting Belichick manipulate you into being the 10th highest paid player most of your career, Brady. That always bothered me. Seemed like Belichick could get away with making everyone take far less money than they're supposed to take. But not Belichick. Belichick was making $10 million as a head coach before coaches thought about making $10 million a year. Brady barely reached top 3 or something like that in highest paid contracts or highest paid players. Just foolishness. But Brady needs to come on out. Stop gatekeeping. Come on, speak out. Speak up. Tell us what's going on. We want to know what's your freaking beef. What is the issue? And if y'all didn't know, Tom Brady was half of the problem which allowed Belichick to treat us the way he did. If Brady's scary ass would have demanded better treatment, everybody would have been treated much better. I guarantee, because Tom Brady was the standard. If Brady is willing to be treated like shit, how do you expect us to be treated? If the quarterback on the team is willing to be treated like shit, we don't have a word. We don't have nothing to say. But if Brady beef is not with Belichick, then who is it with? It must be the envy in Drake Maye and Josh Allen's success. Something is going on. But one thing Belichick did tell us that came true, or stands true, sorry. If you play long enough, you will have a contract dispute in the NFL. No matter who you are, if you play long enough, you will have a contract dispute. But it's time for Tom Brady to get out of his feelings. Tom Brady spent 20 years in New England. That's goddamn half of a lifetime for some people, for a lot of people. Like, what in the world? And you know what? I do not want to hear hindsight. I don't want to hear after the fact. I don't want to hear Mike Vrabel trying to defend Brady, telling us Brady texted him and wished him good luck. Because I'm sure something's going on behind the scenes. Brady has to do some type of damage control. I don't want to hear Mike Vrabel come out after the game and say, yes, Tom Brady texted me and wished me good luck. Now, Mike Vrabel is a real one. He's not really with the games and the funniness and stuff like that. He probably wouldn't play along with that. But for Tom Brady, he probably would. After Mike Vrabel get a chance to check Tom Brady the way he wants to, you know what I mean? But if he does come out, if Vrabel does come out and say something about a text message now, we want to see the time and the day of that text message. We want to know the real Tom Brady. Of course, Belichick helped mold Brady into the person he is now, who he is today. And Tom Brady embraced that. He embraced that. Not me. You know, I had my own way of, finding out shit. But Tom Brady, I guess the Belichick was the father figure to him. Whatever. Hey, but guess what, y'all? For everybody who doesn't like what Tom Brady said and feels a certain way and you want some get back, I have a solution to the problem, y'all. Don't worry. I have a solution to the problem. And the solution to the problem is, first, we need Mr. Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. We need him to participate. So, Mr. Kraft, get this message to Mr. Kraft. Let's put Tom Brady on Patriots probation and cover up the statue of him until he get his mind right, until he shows some love for the Patriots while Mike Vrabel is there, the head coach. Patriots probation. That's what we need to do to Tom Brady. He needs to show more love and support for Mike Vrabel. And I'm starting to believe Tom Brady did have some bad things to say about Shedeur Sanders when all of that, the Raiders draft and all those things came up, after seeing Brady not support Mike Vrabel. I'm starting to question, did Tom Brady really support Shedeur Sanders, or was he snaking him behind his back? Because it's all starting to look like it makes sense now. Brady seems like he isn't a fan of anyone no more. He sits up in a space by himself and just think about himself. Everything is about him. That's what's going on with Tom Brady.